And it is a little bit rainy outside, so we want to get right to meteorologist Thomas Patrick in the Weather Center. Thomas, you're tracking rain and even a chance for thunderstorms today. An active Tuesday.
Yeah, very active Tuesday weather-wise. Definitely our first chance for any kind of thunderstorms of the spring season. Of course, the first official day of spring is this upcoming Sunday. So we'll see how this develops in the afternoon hours. Going to be quite interesting out there. At the moment, it is just overcast skies. The rain has just stopped, or it's just a little bit drizzly out there at the moment. Nothing too heavy at the moment, but we are still far from through with this weather system. You can see all the activity on the western side of the state. It's actually that push of rain that's moving into Seattle right now is going to be our chance for thunderstorms later on in the afternoon hours with that last push of rainfall. But across the inland northwest, you see most of North Idaho, just seeing a few showers drifting across the area and a couple little spots of rain over Ferry County as well to the north. So we'll just give you a brief shot of our future tracker, and where you see the yellow and the orange bits, those would be the shower and thunderstorm cells this afternoon that could produce a little bit of lightning. So that just gives you an idea of what we're expecting. Otherwise, just a chance for rain with winds on the increase as well. So obviously very active for this Tuesday. We'll have a complete timing breakdown and details of that in my full forecast in a few minutes.
To a developing story overnight, Spokane police arrested a suspect involved in a robbery at a West Central 7-Eleven after a nearly 3-hour standoff. Police say the suspect tried to rob the business with a baseball bat and assaulted an employee before taking off in an RV. Police say no one was seriously injured. The suspect was arrested for robbery and assault. Now to a CREM 2 investigation into safety at schools. The Spokane Police chief says that Spokane Public Schools isn't doing enough to keep teachers and students safe.
But SPS says that's not true. On Friday, the police chief sent a letter to Superintendent Adam Swinyard. In it, the chief says that he saw a pattern of assaults and threats over a 6-month period that were not properly reported to police. CREM 2 sat down with the chief for a one-on-one interview.
Regardless of what our intent is or our philosophy is, you're still required by law to report these, especially as they impact other students.
After Meidel sent the letter to Dr. Swinyard, Spokane Public Schools emailed its staff on Friday saying the district is not aware of any complaints from failing to report incidents. After CREM 2 reached out to the district, it sent a letter back to Chief Meidel late yesterday afternoon. And in that letter, it says SPS principals have called 911 and officers have not responded. Now, the letter also requests a group meeting between the mayor, city council, police, and the school district to discuss this further.
Now, you can read all of those letters sent in this story by going to our website, crem.com. CREM 2's Boomtown is focused on bringing you the latest on growth in the inland northwest.
With more people moving to our area, the more schools are needed for children. So happening today, Pepperzak Middle School on the South Hill will break ground, and this has really been a long time coming.
So CREM 2's Malia Kamal is live there this morning where that middle school is going to be built. So Malia, can you give us a timeline of how exactly we got here?
Channing, there is a lot going down, so let me try to break it down for you. So right here, this is the unofficial dog park of the South Hill. This is where the Pepperzak Middle School will be built. Now, back in 2018, Spokane voters approved a $495.3 million bond. In the bond, 3 new middle schools would be built and 3 current middle schools would be replaced. The middle schools would address the current overcrowding in elementary schools. On the South Hill, Sacagawea and Pepperzak Middle Schools would relieve overcrowding at 12 elementary schools and allow 6th graders to move into the middle schools at the same time. Spokane Public Schools identified and bought land for the construction of the new Pepperzak Middle School, but before construction began, community members used the 15-acre land as the South Hill Dog Park. Many community members had issues with the lack of communication from the city about the future of the dog park and where the new location would be.
The school district isn't really doing everything that they could do to find a big enough area and a good enough area, even on a temporary basis.
We want to make sure we maintain your trust. We made a commitment 3 years ago. Some things changed. We're coming back with some solutions so that we maintain that commitment.
In October of last year, SPS, the city and dog park leadership identified a new temporary dog park location south of Mullen Road Elementary. The city says they have a process to find a new long-term solution for the South Hill Park and the lack of dog parks in the city. Now, this project is projected to be finished in August of 2023, and the groundbreaking will take place at the Mullen Road Elementary at 4 p.m. Now, we will have the latest information tonight on KREM 2 News. Live in Spokane, Malia Kamal, KREM 2 News.
6:06 now, time for your morning rush. More news in less time.
For the first time in more than 2 years, the Spokane City Council members held their first in-person meeting.
So it's just great to be back. It feels wonderful. So please take care of yourself, and if you can, take care of someone else. We are adjourned.
Masks are no longer required at City Hall, and no council members wore them last night. The City Council will continue to stream meetings online, and people can still testify virtually if they choose.
After a lengthy debate, the Idaho House passed a bill that would raise the age to buy vape products to 21 years old. Now, this aligns with the age to be able to buy cigarettes in Idaho as well. Those in favor of the bill say it will help keep addictive nicotine products, some of which are marketed to teens, out of their hands and out of schools. Those against it say people should be able to do what they want when they turn 18. The bill awaits Governor Little's signature.
Also in the Idaho House, a Texas-style abortion bill passed. It now heads to Governor Little's desk for his signature. The bill bans abortions after 6 weeks of pregnancy and allows immediate family members of a woman who gets an abortion to sue the doctor who performed it. And that's a look at your morning rush. Well, this week begins round 1 of the NCAA tournament, and KREM 2 is the place to bring you all of your March Madness coverage.
That's right. So let's go ahead and take a look at the matchups this week and even tell you how you can get involved with our March Madness Bracket Challenge. So first up, the #1 seeded Gonzaga men's team will face off against 16 seed Georgia State. Now, they will play in Portland on Thursday. Tip-off is at 1:15 p.m.
So also in Portland, Boise State will face off against Memphis. That matchup is on Thursday at 10:45 in the morning. So the winner of the Boise and Memphis game will then play Gonzaga if Gonzaga wins and advances to the game on Saturday.
Now, taking a look at the women's tournament, the #9 seeded Gonzaga will face off against #8 seeded Nebraska. Now, they will play in Louisville on Friday at 12:30 p.m.
And WSU women's basketball will face off against Kansas State on Saturday. They meet in Raleigh, North Carolina at 8:30 in the morning.
So, of course, while you're watching your favorite teams compete in the tournament, one of the best ways to keep up with all of the action is through our March Madness Bracket Challenge.
And it's a lot of fun, and you can register for free online at krem.com to take part in the March Bracket Challenge. Here's what you have to do and what you could win. Northern Quest will be giving away weekly vouchers for pizzas from Papa Murphy's if you're able to beat our sports director Brenna Green's bracket through each round of the tournament.
There will also be a grand prize winner who will receive a one-night stay at the resort, a $50 gift card to Epic, and a $50 gift certificate to Windfall.
And tomorrow we will be airing our Bulldog Madness special, taking a look at everything Gonzaga ahead of their matchup against Georgia State. You can watch that game at 7 p.m. on KREM 2. Now,
if you want more on when and where our local teams are playing, or if you want to participate in our March Madness Bracket Challenge, text the word March to 509-448-2000. We'll send all of that information right to your phone.
Well, the government is sending out more COVID tests, but some have concerns about where those tests are coming from. So we verify.
And here's the one thing you need to know about today's weather. A chance for rain for the rest of this morning, turning into a chance for thunderstorms for this afternoon. And we're timing out this weather system coming up next in your forecast.
It is time now for your wake-up call. We know we're still a couple of days from spring, but have you started thinking about your spring cleaning plan? Whether it's tackling the garage, donating clothes from the kids' closet, or maybe cleaning the baseboards, we want to know
that was me.
what is on your spring cleaning list or your honey-do list for spring cleaning. You can text us at 509-448-2000 or post to social media and just use the hashtag UpWithKREM.